Bob Freling. I'm with the Solar Electric Light Fund. We're a nonprofit organization based in Washington, D.C. And our mission is to bring solar electricity to rural and remote villages in developing countries, providing power to remote communities for a whole variety of applications: household lighting, power for schools, health clinics, water pumping systems, wireless communication access, irrigation systems, micro-enterprise. You know, even though we're a nonprofit organization, we've always sort of been at the forefront of social entrepreneurship. In the 90s, we pioneered the use of microcredit to enable poor families in developing countries to pay for and take ownership in their own source of household lighting systems. And that work as a nonprofit eventually paved the way for the launching of a for-profit company called the Solar Electric Light Company, or SELCO, which is actually represented here by its founder and managing director, Harish Handy. And SELCO is a great example of how solar energy can be used to address the needs of the poorest of the poor in a sustainable and commercial way. Now, when SELCO was launched, we started to sort of think more broadly in terms of solar energy and how it could be used to address not just the needs of individual families, but entire communities. And for me, what was attractive was the incredible versatility of photovoltaic technology, because the same solar panel that is used to light up a house can also be used to pump and purify water, can be used to provide power to a clinic, to a school in a village, can be used to even bring wireless communications access to rural villages. And we started to do that a few years ago, combining solar electricity with wireless communications technology, bringing voice and data connectivity, internet access to some of the remotest villages in the world. And that has been very exciting. So as an organization, SELF has really focused the last few years on this concept of integrated rural development, where we are trying to address a wide spectrum of needs at the community level, using solar as an enabling technology to bring clean water and better health care, education, and economic opportunity to these remote villages. You've got 2 billion people in the world that do not have access to modern energy services. This is almost a third of humanity. And in my opinion, there's no way that we are going to ever solve their problems unless we address the question of energy poverty. And a good example that I'd like to share is the work we're doing in Benin, in West Africa. We've taken on a rather ambitious challenge of providing solar electricity to an entire district consisting of 44 villages, 100,000 people. None of these villages are connected to the grid in Benin, so we are going to provide essentially standalone solar solutions for a whole spectrum of applications in each of the villages, for household lighting, for the schools, the clinics, micro-enterprise center, street lighting, communications. We're going to deploy a wireless network, Wi-Fi network, so that all of these villages have access to the internet. But one of the most important and, I would say, innovative aspects of our project in Benin is what we're doing in the area of agriculture. We went into the communities and talked to them about their needs. What emerged as the highest priority was the problem with food, or lack of food, during the dry season, which runs from November to April every year. It's a big problem. Malnutrition is widespread. And so to address this problem, we combined solar water pumping with drip irrigation technology to enable the women in these communities to grow food, fruits and vegetables during the dry season. And we've so far done two villages, Dunkasa and Basasi, and it's been a tremendous success. Stanford University has a program on food security and the environment, and they're working with SELF on a comprehensive monitoring and evaluation of this project. And so all of the data is going to be collected by Stanford and fed into their own website and made available freely to academia, to foundations, and the international development community. And we're hopeful that this model will be something that can be scaled up through the private sector or through public-private partnerships, because the women are now generating enough income to pay for the water pumping and the drip irrigation in about 2.5 years. Self is a nonprofit organization based in Washington, D.C. Our website is www.self.org. And there's a lot of information available about our projects. We've got a number of videos available that can be viewed on YouTube now. So I encourage all of you who are interested in sustainable energy for the developing world to check it out and see what we're doing. And I welcome invitations to partner